Top of the morning. Y'all ready for another ride and review? Country Wayne for June 11. If you haven't noticed yet, I work at night, so I watch them at work, and then I get off in the morning and I review them. So that's the whole dish of it all. So let's hop right to it. Anthony goes running to Wayne's house so he can show off his new girlfriend. Okay, y'all got us going way too fast with this mess. But, hey, it's Wayne's world. My thing is, why is it because they're legally separated, so who cares if they're dating other people? But why is it when Amber is quote unquote questioned, oh, are you dating or seeing someone else, or you got something going on, what you got going on, all this and that, it's like, oh, make sure you doing what is making you happy. But Wayne just did an outright cheering session. Oh, woo, woo, Anthony, look at y'all a new couple. But ain't nobody sitting there saying, hey, let's go ahead and get this divorce thing working. It's just weird. What was even more weird was later on when he met her son, and might add her son, Denisha's son, where I don't know if he's an actor or that's her actual son, but he's such a handsome, mannerable young man. And when he met him and stuff, I mean, y'all didn't find it awkward that he's sitting there, making plans to be in this boy's life while still wearing a wedding band? Like, at least take the dang on wedding band off. But, yeah, yuck. Anywho, yeah, that was strange. That was, I don't know. Moving forward from that, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out, like, what is Denisha's end game? And she's in it for money, but can't be in it for money when you didn't introduce your man. The thing with Honey Pot, being upset, about, obviously she wants Wayne back, and Wayne likes to play games, so who knows. The chef coming to cook with Shayla and Honey Pot was hilarious. And I think, Tim and his little slogan and stuff, it was funny. He was a character. He was a hoot. Which goes to show you even further that Honey Pot wants him back, because, like, why would you be going through all these changes of learning how to cook a vegan meal if you weren't trying to get the man back? And to a certain degree, although, Wayne was gaslighting the hell out of Honey Pot, Honey Pot ain't had nothing else to do all day. She could have at least went and made that man a baked sweet potato or do something. Like, it ain't got to be that doggone hard. Like, she could even attempted to make him a doggone souped up salad with all the peppers and onions she could find. Like, half of the time he's sitting there eating just raw carrots anyway, so it wouldn't have been that difficult. Okay, I'm going off on a tangent. Let's go back. Let's go on over to Larry and them house. Brooke trying to sit up and scheme and scam to go to Wendy's, and Isaiah down the street. Isaiah's gonna be the death of Brooke. You've already skated by with the whole pregnancy scare. Now you let this boy talk you into any damn thing, and it just don't make no sense. You're supposed to be smart, but that goes to show you can have book sense but not have any common sense. That's what my mom used to always say. Don't be sitting around here got all the book sense in the world and ain't got no common sense. And she ain't got no common sense. Like, you're willing to risk it all so you could go to Wendy's because this dude became hungry. Like, girl, the man ain't took you on like one date. Not one date. Ain't came and took you to the movies, hadn't taken you to Phipps Plaza, hadn't taken you to Lenox Mall, hadn't taken you to the Chinese food court, to the food court to get some Chinese food. And they haven't went on one date, but they find themselves up here laying up hunching. and carrying on. He got scheme and scam, and he got ways of figuring out how to get rooms and the money to get a hotel room, but he has zero knowledge of how to plan a date and get Brooke to the movies or bowling. Like, come on now. I mean, I know you got a couple of main events over here in Atlanta. Go take the girl, do something besides always asking her to hunch. And if she doesn't get herself situated before she goes off to college, if they're going to let this go ahead and play out all the way, if she doesn't get herself situated before she goes off to college with Isaiah, he going to be over there in that dorm room hunching her and get her knocked up for real. So, the thing about it, the plan fell through thanks to Larry having some common sense to run out there and see what's going on, what's really going on. The girl finna go off driving, don't even have the damn license the first. And, you know, Larry made a very valid point when, okay, the car is safe enough for Brooke to go off driving her and Destiny, but it wasn't safe enough for Bethany. Bethany tries too hard to try and, I guess she feel like she ain't got her man ain't in her corner, so the least she could do is make sure that Brooke is in the corner. So, no, I just wish that she would just actually would have held tight to it and, you know, said no. Because like I said before, she already sees that their marriage is in turmoil. So at least have common sense to be like, okay, ask your daddy. You coming to ask me, ask your daddy, is it okay? That should be Bethany's, you know, forefront, you know, moving forward. Ask your daddy. Ask your daddy. Just go ask your daddy. Whatever Brooke come to her and say, she should say, ask your daddy. That's exactly what she should say. So, moving forward from that, the whole Dom situation was like really, really heavy. Sonny might as well go ahead and get to know the tattoo artist because, you know, there's no coming back from Mike. They're going to be a very toxic relationship that's going to end up making it work. So, you know, they really need to just go ahead and move forward with them. Sonny got her little love interest with the neighbor. Hopefully, you know, things pan out with them. You know, hopefully, glad to see that he's not the thief. Because, yeah, typically when you have to watch, you got to watch neighbors, honey. When you start seeing new neighbors move in and folks sitting on the porch and watching your coming and going, they scoping. And it's very odd that he helping Grandma and he there walking in and out. Grandma got the willpower to get up and make a sweet potato pie, but you mean to tell me Grandma can't come out there and wave her hand and see who her neighbor is? So that's like some bull crap-a-lacka. But, I mean, again, it's all entertaining. So, back to Dom and the old nasty uncle. Like, nigga, how you gonna sit up here and the molested folks and all this and that, and you done hunched the mama and the daughter, and think you finna come up here and think somebody finna help nurse your cancer-ridden self back to good health? Man, you just should have went to Thailand and died in peace or whatever you was gonna do versus coming back. But yeah, that was weird, strange, and unbelievably foolish. Let's see. Hopefully, you know, Dom gets some rest, you know, with the whole situation. I didn't get a clear understanding, like, what is going to happen with the uncle. Are they just going to let him, you know, no charges being brought up against him, just let it ride? If we just ostracize him from the rest of the family, or what's the case going to be? Dalen putting his brother out. Well, it was long overdue. The brother ain't had no business, little slow talking stuff, ain't had no business being there in the first place, you know. And then the girlfriend, I mean the boy and the girlfriend, like, what did you get out of? You have a whole den area that looks like an apartment or studio downstairs. Like, dude, what did you get out of going upstairs, hunching your woman in your brother bed? Like, it made no sense. Made absolute no sense. And I'm touch back in on something that I did miss yesterday. Ernestine and Rhonda having a conversation about old dirty, big nose Trey. I'll be so glad when she kick him out. I think one thing that these skits do, they like combine so many different storylines with the same character instead of giving us closure to one thing. Like, are you going to make her upset because of Marquita and Rhonda and him being just a nasty individual? Or is she going to find out about Miss Johnson? It's certain things that just needs to be revealed. It means and that's what everybody's character. Y'all sit up here, y'all give us these storylines, and you don't close out one situation before boom, bam, boom, we're off to the next. So it'd be nice if you just close off one storyline, and if it makes sense to add something else, fine, that's cool. But don't compile this on top of this on top of this on top of this, when in actuality, you had a good thing right here. Let's just go ahead and wrap this thing up in a nice bow. Miss Johnson and Miss Johnson, both seeing Trey, have her come by there and roaming on the property at the chicken coop, and at the same time Ernestine is down there. Come on, give us some closure on some of this stuff. Instead of boom, boom, bam, and bring somebody back. I guess y'all be just throwing stuff up against the wall and seeing what sticks. Because even with Dalen's situation, bringing back old chick and old boy, forgive me for not remembering their names right now. It's been a long night. But that was just dumb. What sense does it make? Come up with something. Give us some closure. Give us some, making Denisha his love, Anthony's love interest. Okay, fine. And lastly, Honey Pie is wrong as hell to be staying in Shayla's house and not go ahead and just say, hey girl, did you know? And just casual conversation. Hey, make it do what it do. She owes no loyalty to Denisha, especially since Denisha saying, I'm grown, I can handle it myself, I can handle him, I can handle the baby mama, and I can handle the wife. So beat it. So when the moment that she made that clear, then that's when she should have been like, oh, okay, well, girl, I have got to let Shayla know Shayla is a dear friend of mine. And not only is she a dear friend of mine, but also I live with her. So it would have been wise for them to go ahead and just let it be known. Say, hey, boom, boom. I'm going to tell you. Since you saying you're grown and you can handle it and stuff, then I'm going to tell you. And let the chips fall where they may. And then Anthony, he want to be out holding hands, kissing all in public, doing his thing. Then go be a big boy. Handle your business. That's all I got to say about that. Anyway, this is going to wrap up the ride and review for Country Rain on June 11th. Come back tomorrow. Y'all like what you're seeing? Subscribe. Leave a comment. Let's have a chat about it. All right, peace.